7. All right, man. What you hear in the background is an AC unit, so if you hear something in the background, that's what it is. It's very hot today. I just want to give that disclaimer in case you hear like a little noise back there.
We still hitting triple digits.
It's annoying. It's
Yeah.
beyond annoying out here. But fuck all that. Let's get into the topics here. All right. Two Golden Valley High School students arrested in a parent bullying incident. It was not a parent. It was definitely bullying. Home security camera footage inciting involving sixth grade boy. Video shows one boy telling a sixth grader to lick the bottom of his shoe as the other one slaps him with cheese. In response, his family held a protest to stand against bullying and demand justice. The video of the apparent bullying incident went viral on social media, leading to the arrest of two Golden Valley students in the video. Golden Valley High School students and community members protested outside the school on Tuesday after asking for better parenting to prevent future incidents of bullying. The Bakersfield Police Department says 14 and 15-year-old boys seen in the video were arrested and booked in the juvenile hall for battery, false imprisonment, and conspiracy. Because basically it's considered false imprisonment when you hold somebody there and make them do something.
Yeah, that's when I was looking at it. When I looked at the charges, I was like, oh, they kind of got them on technicalities, but you can't argue with it.
No.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
No, it's like making them do this. Like, you do this, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, and the way they surrounded him, I'm sure when they was doing that, they tried to find any angle. Okay, look, they didn't let him leave. They kind of surrounded him just like that.
Yep, home security footage caught an apparent bullying incident happening right here on Monday after school, leaving a sixth grade boy in tears and the community outrage. Licked the bottom of my shoe and, quote, slapped with cheese one of the high school boys in the video. Viral video shows sixth grader Carter Lachelle walk home from school turning ugly. And he said, nah, get on the floor, the teen tells Carter. Okay, here's my thing, right? And this is what we got to stop doing. First of all, I feel horrible for that sixth grader. But more importantly, you guys got to stop sending your kids to school defenseless. We just fucking talked about this not too long ago. You do not send your kids to school with a bunch of evil-ass kids that come from bad households because they will get eaten the fuck up. Secondly, we cannot protest bullying. It only works for kids. But when you become an adult and you get bullied, no one gives a fuck. So you have to learn as a child to defend yourself. I'm not saying they need to be a black belt in karate, but they need to be able to defend themselves. And that boy was smaller than him, but I would have told my son, if you get surrounded, hit him in his fucking nuts. Gouge him in his eye. Don't fight fair. If you got someone on the ground, hit him in the fucking head with it. Even David had to bust Goliath upside his fucking head. And I mean, this is the conversation that I have about bullying, because the only preventable thing to stop a bully is you hit him in the motherfucking face. That's the only way you stop it. I don't get why people don't have real world solutions for this shit. You out there, it was a bunch of people protesting. I seen a video. They was out there in their cars and they was hugging a little boy, giving him gifts. If that's a 30-year-old man, no one gives a fuck about him. No one gives a fuck about no 30-year-old man getting bullied. It only matters when you're a kid. But when you're a kid is the most important time in your adolescent years to know that you need to defend yourself. I remember one time, bro, I swear to God, it was me and this dude named Chance. Shout out to Chance Chriswell. We was both bigger kids, but this high school kid came over to the junior high school, which was elementary school, Hort Elementary. And we were just playing basketball, and I don't know if the dude thought we was older or whatever, but he's like, y'all sorry, and y'all this and y'all that, and whatever the case. And then me and Chance was like both in, I don't think we were in the sixth grade yet. We were going to the sixth grade, but before sixth grade, I was 5'9", and Chance was over 6 foot tall. And he was just talking shit to us or whatever. And then I told my dad, and my dad was like, that kid right there, that high school kid, he drove over, and I swear to God, my dad told that boy, he said, hey, where's your dad so I can beat his motherfucking ass? And the boy was like, what are you talking about, sir? He said, don't you serve me, motherfucker. Go find your dad right now. He said, my son and his friend are in the 5th grade, and you got your bitch ass over here talking to my son like that. Go find your dad so I can beat his ass. And the boy got scurried away, scared. And I think about that situation now, and as much as my dad had a short fuse, he was right. He was right. Why, if you're trying to bully younger kids and you a grown-ass high school dude, go get your dad. It's the same shit.
What, did the kid go get his dad?
The kid just ran off. He didn't do shit. He said go because what it was is there was a big field, a big lot that was in between the school and the field where he was going towards his house. He said, "Go get your dad. I'll be right here. Go get your dad. I'll beat his motherfucking ass right now." And the boy was just freaking distraught. You gotta learn to leave people the fuck alone, man. Man, because the thing about it that's crazy, if I see a bullying in progress, I'm gonna have to break it up because I'm a grown man and I don't want to see that kid being traumatized. I'll be like, hey, both of y'all. I would tell him, I said, both of y'all some bitches. Y'all both some straight up bitches. You gonna mess with him because he's a little kid? Get your bitch ass on out of here. You walk that way and you walk that way. Y'all some cowards. You some cowards. I can't use my hands and my physicality on kids.
They probably wouldn't even get there because when they see your presence,
They'll leave because they'll be scared. Even the possibility of me putting my hands on you is scaring you. But that same fear that you have of me, that's how they feel. That boy feels about you. You know,
right.
you're more physically imposing than you're more physically imposing. So they're gonna be afraid. It's fucked up, man. It's wrong.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about like what I kind of have gathered from just being around and what I've heard happen. So the kid is walking home from school, and then you see the video happens. You see the video where they're making his shoe. The kid's kind of distraught, and then the homeowner or the owner of the Ring camera or whatever version of home security camera comes outside. She asks if he's okay, where does he live at, and then she says she's gonna take him home. And then she posts this video. This is what I would say. A lot of this is kind of awkward a little bit because the girl she posted a video on her, not even on her timeline. She posted on her story, and it has a long caption. It just looked real ghetto. Is what I'm trying to say. And then when you look at her actual like thing, like her page, she's like it don't necessarily, the aesthetic of her page don't necessarily fit like the professionalism of or the magnitude of what's actually going on in her story, right? So she's just kind of a seemed like a young girl that's just kind of like posting selfies, 30 different versions of selfies. So the stuff is like living on her story, and then it's like everybody's reposting it and putting like these long captions on it, and it just looked like looked terrible, man.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic of it all looks terrible. So anyway, so that's how it originally hits the internet, and she tags like the high school district, and then she tags the school and stuff like that, and eventually it makes its round. So this happens like after school, like on the way home this day, and then the next day what happens is, excuse me, from what I heard, the kids think it's a regular day. They probably not tapped in on what's going on Instagram, so they don't really know like the people. They don't really know the kids at the school is charged up, right? So they come to school thinking it's just a regular day, because it's a huge possibility that those kids didn't even know that they were recording. Because if you look at the footage, it's just camera footage from the house, and she comes outside and they run away. But I don't even think they had the wherewithal to know that they're being recorded
Exactly.
all the time, right? So they come into school the next day thinking that it's probably just a regular day. They just gonna go to class and act like everything's normal. That did not happen. So one of the kids came to school. He got the brakes beat off of him, and then I guess the other kid tried to come to school, and he seen what was going on, and he got ran out of town. So yeah, he didn't end up making it to school. But I think that kid also ended up getting beat up as well. So yeah, it was one of those situations where it's kind of like a we call it poetic justice, because they ended up getting far worse happened to them than they actually did. So,
Yeah, I think that I think that people don't understand that there can be a mix of two things. You could be an incredibly peaceful, kind, decent person and still not be a coward. I think that having the ability and the potential to have some level of danger, because when you're like a bookworm and you're in chess club and you're quiet and you're smart, and people, and you have nerdy friends, and everybody that is in that group likes you, or whatever the case, and you've never been in a fight, nothing. That shit can only last so long. We live in an evil motherfucking world. Evil.
You know what's so crazy about this whole situation? So there was one of the situations with the kid that I don't know who it was, but somebody basically beat up one of the people that made the boy that made the shoe. And then there's a video where at the end of it, he's like he took the fade head up, so I guess I don't know what that says, but at the end of the video, the dude is like, yo, like, that's what you get for picking on a little kid, like, lick my shoe, like, he said that's an 11-year-old boy, or something he said like that. And then all he said in response was, no, he wasn't, he's like 13. And I'm like, you don't get it. It's not that, it doesn't matter how old he is. Like, the situation is that you're bullying this innocent kid walking home, trying to get home from school. So that's, I don't know. There's I don't want to make this a generational thing, because bullying has been going on for forever. But yeah, it's an interesting day and age where the kid is more focused on the age of the boy than actually the fact that he was bullied.
I think that a lot of times people are projecting. They're projecting what they see at home. And there is a certain level of dysfunction that would allow you as a young person. Never in my life have I ever subjected someone to anything comparable to that. Ever. Lick my shoe. Never. That means in your home, your mom's fucked up, or your dad's fucked up, or you're used to watching your mom stab her boyfriends, or a bunch of men coming in and out the house, so you watch your dad slap your mom. There's something fucked up in that household that molded your reality to where you think you can do that to somebody, and not to mention, you project that pain because you're too much of a coward to go up to a motherfucker your size and do it, so that's why you're doing it. And it's disgusting.
There might be some kinky stuff going on.
I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, them little kids, both of them, they're both little bitches. Fuck them. My thing is like, you could get these words. I'm not gonna put no hands on no kids. It was a little kid that was trying to be disrespectful. He wouldn't get out the street. And I said, hey man, get your little fat ass off the street. His friends was laughing at it. Yeah, man, like a lot of times, especially young men, you need real world punishments for, being a little fucker. If you want to be like that, realize in a few years you're gonna be a grown man. If you get busted pulling that, bro, that's when you go to jail. That's when you get your ass whooped. Man, I'm telling you.
This is what I would say about this situation too, is there's a version of that where the kids, like, there's a version of that where they just come to school and nothing happens. Like,
right.
It's just a regular day. And then there's a version of that where maybe somehow it's just an email that gets sent to the principal at Golden Valley, and then she handles it internally. And the worst thing that happens to them is they get arrested, and then they end up going to juvenile hall, or maybe they get moved to a different school. So I say that to say that there's a lot of times, like, it's just the same thing when you see a DUI, right? Like a DUI, involuntary manslaughter type of situation, and they, boom, car crash, they kill some innocent people, kill somebody walking on the sidewalk, whatever the case may be. They drunk, they get pulled over, they get arrested, they get 15 years in prison, whatever the case may be. And it's like, it's almost like that. Like, is that enough? You know what I mean? You think that when you hear about those situations. So I say that to say, like, there is a version of this where, at least to me, you just kind of get a slap on the wrist.
Right.
And yeah, so it's just, this is interesting how, due to social media, as much as we have, this interesting relationship with social media as a society, social media kind of changed the outcome of the situation. So it's interesting.
Yeah, man. I'll say this too, man. I think that I was telling Keith before the pod, if let's say I was the uncle of the young boy that got bullied, right? And let's say I'm his uncle, and then I find those boys, and I do what my dad did. I say, hey, can you go? Do you have a dad at home? He's like, yeah. Can you go home and get your dad so I can beat his motherfucking ass? And then imagine this. Imagine you open that door, you knock on the door, the dad open it, and you just start welling on him. You start beating his motherfucking ass. It is literally a real world punishment for your behavior. Because if you think about it, that little boy was innocent, minding his business. Your dad was an innocent person minding his business. And I beat his motherfucking ass because you acted up. It's no different than somebody you're around that's putting you in danger. Like, we talked about it a long time ago. Like, it could be a scenario where, you know, like a woman, like you with your girl or your wife, and she just bumps into somebody or does something disrespectful, and now you got to fight on her behalf. Well, it's no different. When you behave unruly out in the world, you're not the only one that's going to have to pay for it. Your parents got to pay for it in some capacity, because that's not okay. What I will say about bullies that I've seen historically, I got in a fight with one bully, but he wasn't bullying me. He tried, and it didn't end good. But it was a dude that used to punk everybody. Like, he used to tell them, shut up, be quiet. He tried that shit with me one day in the 6th grade. And I was like, what? And he's like, shut up, man. Shut up, McGee. Whatever. And I was like, what? Like, I was still confused. And then he like tried to put his hands on me. So I moved. And I remember it was like, you know those trees that have a post in the middle? And it's like they hold up 2 trees? It's like when they first pot them into the ground. And I remember it was a little raggedy 6th grade bob and weave. But he threw a punch at me and missed, and I bobbed and weaved, and I hit him, and he hit that post, like it's the tree with the post, and then he came forward, and I hit him again, and he fell. And then everybody seen it. And what's weird about junior high fights is like they start, and then as soon as they finish, the whole school is watching. I don't know how the fuck, like before the internet, school fights was viral. Right? So after
like 3D viral.
Bruh.
Not like, and it's always weird because how fast, like you said, how fast people get over there, and everybody knows it's a fight just from the commotion and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. Well, I'll finish what I was saying about that. And then what happened is once they called it yard duty. Once the yard duty came and broke the fight up, and they walked us, they basically had a hand on our shoulder, like and like kind of walked us into the principal's office. And as they were walking us, there was a bunch of kids like following us and the teachers, like, he punched him, and he punched him.
Yeah.
And then,
were they saying it like cheering you on, or was it like
it was
your fault?
Listen here, man. Schoolyard fights was like real life TMZ in the moment, bro.
Right.
No, not TMZ, paparazzi. That's how bad it was back in. This had to be like 96, 97, and man, it was a bunch of kids, and they had, you know those windows that like you can see through, but the other side is dark. There's a bunch of kids like trying to look through there as the principal was talking to us. He had a big shiner under his eye.
Oh, he gave you a black eye?
Yeah, and then my dad told me when he got to the school. He said, who started it? And I said, him. He started it. And then he said, well, my son did what he had to do. I'm picking my son up, and he took me to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you think about it, and I remember another time I got in a fight, and my aunt had to come pick me up from the school. She picked me up, and when she dropped me off at the house, my dad had made it back from work, and my dad asked me again. He said, did you start it? I said, no, I didn't start nothing. He said, did you win? I said, yeah. He said, that's my son. And my aunt was like, oh, God.
So what was the tone like for the principal and stuff when you walked?
He was just scolding us. He was a typical older teacher telling us, like, we can't do that. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. And why are you fighting? What's wrong with you guys? I think that adults do a really fucked up job of living in the real world. Like, you gotta understand, there's a bunch of underdeveloped kids mentally. Our frontal lobes are still developing. We don't know anything. Like, our whole life revolves around cafeteria food and motherfucking Power Rangers and shit. We don't have a real world. You need to expect us to be fighting every day. Yeah, it's weird how parents like think. Not to mention, look, I got like having a relationship with God is perfect and it's great. This is gonna sound very controversial and it's gonna sound very bad, but I need y'all to really listen when I say this. Having a relationship with God is important. It's a great foundation. But it don't mean you need to be a pussy. You understand what I'm saying? I say this again. Even David had to knock Goliath upside his motherfucking head. So the thing about it is, be peaceful, be kind, be decent. But don't be a fucking pushover. Because it's going to come a time when you got to defend yourself. You got to learn how to defend yourself first, because that means you will then be able to defend your family. If a man is trying to violate your wife, if a man is trying to violate your kids, if a man is trying to violate your fucking household, you got to straighten him out. And it's not because you're trying to be tough, it's because it's fucking necessary. Bottom line.
Yeah.
And women will never say this, but if you are a coward, they don't feel safe around you. So right now we can celebrate and say, bullying, stop it, it's not good. But nigga, that shit stopped working when you become a grown man. As a grown man, if you cannot defend yourself, women don't feel safe around you, nobody pities you, and you're gonna live in a world where you just a pussy getting pumped. Bottom line. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I think that the reason I asked you that, as far as like what was the tone of the principal, is because the kid that beat up the bully got in trouble, and I don't know what the ramifications were. I just know I think he got suspended or something like that. So, but I would like to know. I probably would
How
never
his
know.
tone was.
Yeah, was it like, hey, this is what I would, maybe if I'm running the school or whatever, it's like, hey man, I know you did what you got to do. I have to do this because this is the protocol, but
You know what? I would take it a step further. I'd be like, I would go just be very blunt with the young man. I would say, look, I'm only processing this because it's my job, but I would wink at him, and then I would shake his hand, and I'll have a $20 gift certificate. Be McDonald's. I'd be like, hey man, he's like, I gotta kick you out, man, but what you don't realize about what you did today, it was commendable in the sense that no, violence is not okay. But it's commendable that when you see somebody that is struggling or hurting, and you felt the need to defend that person's honor, don't you ever lose that.
yeah,
Channel that. Control that. Don't just go crazy and beat people up. But being a protector is a huge deal. That's what I want my son to be. That's what I want my daughter to be, is a protector. But be very calculated about how you do things. Because some people, if I'm being blunt, are not worth protecting.
right.
Some people put themselves in positions to get their ass whooped. But it's for the person that is defenseless, that is going through a situation that has a moment of despair, and you step in, it's commendable.
For sure. You're kind of sacrificing yourself.
I do it in ways as an adult that are not indirectly like that. But if I go to a restaurant and I see a store manager of that store and they're yelling and screaming at their staff and they being fucked up, I'll call them out because I don't work there. I'll be like, hey man, why are you talking to them like that? It ain't that deep. And they're like, I'm just, we're fine, sir. Just go ahead and make your order. I said, nah, fuck that. You don't sit there and yell at them like that. Don't do that. I told a customer one time at McDonald's, I'm like, you're yelling at this young lady, she's flustered. Let her do her job. He's like, it doesn't concern you. I said, man, fuck that, dude. That's not right. You can't talk. What did I do to my own sister that day when we was over at Wendy's? I said, hey, chill out. Because she was starting to get frustrated because the order wasn't a certain way. I said, bring it down and relax. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be Keith, my sister, my wife, girlfriend. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm not going to let you disrespect somebody because they're in a defenseless position. You get what I'm getting at?
Right.
They're defenseless. Why? Because they're at work. They want to protect their job. Right? Any person that's in a defenseless position, I don't think it's okay to come at them in that way. Because they just try to do it. Even if they're doing a fucked up job, I'm still kind. I say, hey, is it a possibility that you can go ahead and make that fresh for me? I'm willing to wait and take my time. And they be like, all right, I'll make you fresh, man. Just hang on a little bit. And if I get a new bag of fries and they soggy and cold, I'm gonna just say, hey man, I just want my money back at that point. But I still give you grace and respect.
For sure.
It's a crazy world we live in, Keith. I think the best. If you were to narrow down an anti-bullying situation that is really legit and like comprehensive, what would that be?
You mean like a protocol for?
Either protocol or just a scenario in which you can resolve the idea of bullying.
I Um, I think I think it because they did like I know at the school they did. I mean I know at all schools they do like these anti-bullying campaigns and stuff like that. I just don't know if those really resonate. I don't know if there. This is what I would say. I think there's some things on campus that we don't even need like rules for. There's like unspoken rules that you know is just going to land you in prison, right?
Right.
They don't really walk around and on the first day of school and say, "Hey, every kid, let's make sure not to bring guns to school." You know, we don't come in there and say like, "Hey, let's make sure not to bring knives to school. Just make sure you leave the bombs at home." Like we don't have a conversation about every single thing. So I think that with that being said, I think that there's something to what you're saying as far as like being able, having the kids being able to defend themselves. You're even if the thing with bullies is that even if they win the fight, they don't really want to be. The, the bullies are not looking for a fight; they're looking for somebody to take advantage of. You know what I mean? So if people, even if it was a little bit of a back and forth where they get punched in the face and then they get off two or three, then it still would be a thing where they probably wouldn't keep messing with that kid because they don't want to be in actual conflict. They just want to take advantage of the situation. So I just think, like you said, being able to, I don't know what it looks like from a principal or district standpoint, but from a human being standpoint, I think for a young kid being able to defend himself and not be, have the confidence to say no, I'm not doing that, and be able to confidently defend himself if somebody does like slap him or something like that. I think that that's something that from person to person, like outside of school rules, but from person to person to be have your kid. Because I think for me, even as a kid, I wasn't I got bullied a little bit, but I think if I did have like a 1-2, like a strong 1-2, or just a little bit of my dad or whatever pulling me aside and being like, this is how you throw a punch, and this is how you defend yourself if you get into a situation. Like I didn't get that confidence until I got a little bit older. Got like started lifting weights and stuff. But as a kid, I think that that's something that even as a mom, just get your put the mitts on and go in the backyard or get a little speed bag or something and have your kid out there. But I think before you go, I think if I was that, we were talking about like the principal. You were saying like you would give him a little gift card to go get some McDonald's. I would definitely be like, in the name of, what you just did, go get you a double credit card.
Yeah. What I would do though is I would have that young person come up with their parent, and I would be off work. Basically, we'd be leaving the campus, and I would have a man-to-man conversation with that person's father or their mother or whoever, and tell them to their face and say, hey, look, I'm just doing my job, but your son is a protector, and he's a decent human being. He's a good kid, and I'm not condoning violence, but he should never lose that. He's seen what had happened, and he's the one that stepped up. He didn't let that kid get on campus, and it's highly commendable. Do you know how many school shootings where it was a student that stopped it, that ended up losing their life? There's been a couple times where a student runs towards the person and jumps on them or tries to stop them, and he saved like 40 fucking kids, and that's insane. I forgot what documentary they showed. It was a young boy. I think they were in high school, and he ended up dying because he was stopping the school shooter, but it allowed a whole classroom to clear out and get away. And like they still honor that young man to this day.
Yeah, I think part of that too is like it's what they did or what that Golden Valley and the staff and the older sister, I believe it was, like with that outpouring of love. I think that really could have saved that kid's life. You know what I mean? Like, because you just don't know with that type of situation how humiliating that was. And imagine if nobody seen it. Like would he have gone home to tell his parents what happened, or would he have just like gone in the room and held it in and stuff like that? Like, so you never know. One thing I will say about the what it looked like on social media, it looked like there was a few people just kind of taking advantage of certain people with certain signs, it just kind of look like, you trying to go viral. You don't really care about this young man's,
right,
peace of mind.
100%.
You're just trying to,
Trying to be a tough guy.
yeah, you trying to look cool out here. And there was some other people that I seen on social media, like, like basically saying like, we got your back, we're gonna donate X amount of dollars to this and that, and I'm just like, a lot of y'all are just like,
You're looking for ways to, how do you put, like, include yourself.
right, yeah. Because I'm like, to me, I seen that they did have a GoFundMe. If I don't really see, I don't really know what that is for. And, I don't know. It's different if it was like a little college fund or something like that. But I don't really know. And not that I'm not trying to diminish what he went through, but this is a thing that happens a lot. You know what I mean? In terms of kids getting bullied in that manner. And I don't know if it's like that. It should be normalized to just have a GoFundMe every time, unless there's like real ramifications, like he broke a bone or something. I could see helping out with the medical bill, but I didn't really get why that was a GoFundMe for it. But outside of that, like I did see a lot of people that was just popping up on social media, Instagram, trying to trying to get their clout on and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the dumb shit. I think that somebody that's genuinely a protector is a very special human being. I was thinking, and while you were talking, I was thinking of that New York firefighter that we were talking about a long time ago, Steven Siller, the one that seen he seen the other plane hit the tower. He was off work. He said, "Fuck that shit." He ran miles because the traffic was backed up because they shut everybody down. He left his personal vehicle, got out, threw his uniform on, and was running through the tunnel in full motherfucking gear. He ran over a couple miles, and he died in that motherfucking in the towers. Okay, so although this is a completely different conversation, when a person is willing to do something selfless in order to protect others, that is a very high honorable thing. And I want those people or those adults that are in the school district to understand, punishing that young man that stood up for the little boy, yes, that's only one part, but you need to be really, I think it's important to highlight what he did. Don't just say, hey, we got to discipline you, you can't be fighting. You really need to drive home how important it is for a young person to have that in them. There's so many people that see people in pain and walk off.
There's a context to it.
Absolutely.
It's not just mindless, like a mindless fight. And I don't know what it would look like on his record or whatever, but it like you said, that it's different from just fighting like some random, because somebody you don't like the way somebody looked at you at school or he from another side of town. This is a situation where he's, like I said, defending somebody.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing that's crazy. Like, I think some of the most dangerous people are not bullies at all. Some of the most dangerous people are not bullies. They don't even fight nobody. But when they get out of school and their dad come pick them up, he take them to boxing class. Kid been boxing since he was fucking 7 years old. Now the kid is 16, 17. They've been boxing, but they don't fight nobody. All they do is train. That's the motherfucker you don't want to fuck with. He'll beat your ass.
It's a lot of young Hispanic kids like that probably boxed when they was in elementary, junior high. Now they're in high school. They haven't really boxed in so long, but they kind of walk around.
Never lose it.
Cool, they got the cool Balenciagas on. They'll punch you out.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, they got a history of people fighting in their family. They boxing, but now they just like drinking soda, being teenagers and minding their business. They be like, "Give me your shirt, bitch."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, I'm not doing that, homie." He's like, "Give it to me now, homie." And as soon as he grab it, boop, bop, boop, bam, bam. He done got hit 5, 6 times. You can tell somebody can fight real good when they're effortlessly punching people. I'm talking about, and it's like a flurry of punches. Like it's like, and you can tell this kid is skilled. Like he hit him with a hook, bam. Then he go to the body, bam. Then he go back up top, bam.
Yeah, it's like a perfect marriage. Because sometimes boxers, they're not always confrontational. Like
No.
They're not great street fighters. They're just really good boxers because they know it's like confined. It's a referee in the ring, and nobody's really going to get hurt. Outsiders get knocked out. But there are some of those people that maybe started boxing because they were fighting in school too much. Then they learned the technique and then they just stopped boxing. Those are the ones who got to be
Yeah.
because they'll really go off.
Yeah, and then it's a couple ways a person's dangerous. It was a black dude talking about when somebody dangerous when they do whatever. Like when they put their guard up, but their guard is up. They guard is up and their chin is down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, this motherfucker really is fighting. Or when it's a person that is like in the Muay Thai, they do a lot of kicks when they hit their leg. He's like, this dude's gonna kick the fuck out of you. He said then if it's like an MMA guy, he said if that dude starts cracking his knuckles or his neck, and no. He said if they got cauliflower ear real bad, don't fuck with those people. Motherfucker with a cauliflower ear, they either wrestled at a high level, and a motherfucker that just wrestles can fuck you up. They know how to shoot, grab your leg, pick you up, and dump you on your neck. Now, even if the dude that's a wrestler don't got hands like that, if they could just get up under you and slam you, they don't have to punch you, because they done incapacitated your ass. Immobilized you, because they pick you up and they slam you on your neck. Now you dizzy.
Yeah.
They don't gotta punch you. I've seen fights end on a big slam. Motherfucker slam you and you just everything you thought you had.
Like, what's up, fool? What's up, man? What's up? And then they just drowsy.
Fuck, dog. Oh man. That's why, can you imagine? This is the worst one. If a person just boxed, right? If they boxed for years, and then they picked up wrestling. If you boxing and wrestling can get you very far, very far. Because the thing about it is if you got most base, not all of it, but some of the base for a lot of mixed martial arts fighters is wrestling, and they go from that, then they start learning BJJ. They learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu after that, and just the striking. So between those three, because I know a dude like Rampage Jackson, like his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was kind of average, but he could strike though.
Yeah.
That nigga was crazy. And his prime.
Those guys were had high motors and great striking ability, a little bit of ground game. But yeah.
The worst slam I've ever seen in my life. Hey folks, look this up. We're gonna move on, but the worst slam I've ever seen in my life was Rampage Jackson when he fought for Pride, and he grabbed this dude. The dude was trying to armbar him from the bottom, right? But Rampage balled his fist up and clenched his bicep. So imagine somebody's trying to armbar you, they're trying to get leverage to stretch your elbow out. But he balled his fist up and squeezed his fucking wrist and grabbed it with his other hand, picked the dude up off the ground and just completely slammed the fuck. And when I'm telling you he picked him up, he picked the dude up over his head, slammed him on his back, and the motherfucker was knocked out.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's OD.
Yeah, oh my God.
To grow a man up just like that.
And he slammed it, and then the nigga had the nerve to punch him 2 times before they stopped the fight. So the dude was already knocked out. Rampage hit him 2 more times. Boom, boom. That's a dangerous fucking guy, man.
That's the one. The first one knocked him out. The second one woke him back up.
Can you imagine you get knocked out and you wake up, this nigga still hitting me. Oh man. This nigga done went to the pearly gates, woke up and still getting punched. Imagine you getting punched out and then you go to the pearly gates and Jesus nope, nigga, turn around. Nigga still punching you, man. You can't get it ain't your time yet. You just getting your ass whooped.
You wanted it to be over.
Oh man.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh man, dude. You getting beat if you getting beat like that to protect yourself, and this sounds terrible. If a nigga get the worst of you and you beating your ass, and you might as well just say, hey look, we good, man. We good.
That's what referees is for, because sometimes people just continue to be beat up.
Oh yeah.
Referee gotta stop.
Because a lot of fighters get too pumped. No, fuck that. You been talking all that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. money. I'll give you your money. I'll give you your money. Yeah, don't play with nobody's money, man. Oh man, oh last one. There was a video of some dude. I guess he got into it with some. I guess the dude was a drug addict or a crackhead, whatever, right? He said, "Hey man, I'm not playing with you. You think I'm playing with you, dog?" And the crackhead was like, "Look, man, I know you're not, man. I know you ain't playing, man. Come on, man." And he was like, "I'm not playing with you, man." And then the dude threw a wild punch at the crackhead. Crackhead just ducked it. He went whoop. He ducked it, and then the dude went like he swung so wild, the dude just fell down, and he just threw the punch. It was a very, very what's the word? The very telegraph punch. It was so wild and out. This he was swinging way out here. Yeah. So the crackhead just like ducked it, and the dude hit the ground, and he's like, "Come on, I'll beat your ass. Come on, come on." And he just looked so stupid. The crackhead was like, "You're not doing anything to me."
I just want some pride.
Oh man.
Bro, I was in an awkward situation. I went to a football game Friday night, and you part of being in education, you have like what they call adjunct duties. Basically, you got to go to like plays or cheerleading competitions and stuff like that, and basically just be there, wait by a gate, just kind of be a presence. So I was there, and I was kind of doing my job, kind of talking to the security guard, because I know the security guard from church and stuff. We was chopping it up about football. He used to play football at Fresno State and stuff like that, so we were just talking about sports and stuff. And then this dude, like this Hispanic dude, just like, and mind you, we're kind of standing by the gate. It's always like those gates that wrap around the track kind of thing. So we're standing by the gate and just watching the game, watching the varsity football team play. And he just comes in like in kind of like is in our vicinity. And mind you, we're kind of standing by ourselves. It ain't even really. It's people like around us, but there's nobody like just directly like next to us, right? So I see him, and he's kind of like I would say he started off maybe like 7 feet away, right? So I see him, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "What's up, bro?" And I was like, "Not much." So he's just sitting there, right? So, and mind you, like the way that how me and you are is the way me and the security guard are.
Yeah.
And then probably like where that light pole is, that's kind of where we started at, right? And then I don't know, I just started being, security guard is talking, and then he just gradually kept moving closer and closer and closer to eventually, like, it was almost like we were standing together.
Oh,
like,
what the fuck?
standing together. And I was like, "What's up with this dude?" And I could see him kept kind of like looking at me, like making like kind of like looking at me out of the side of his eye. And in my mind, I'm like, "Dog, if he try to pull something crazy, I'm really about to dog him out right now."
What?
Like, cause it just got awkward. Like, I don't know why he kept moving closer and closer and closer. But I think the only thing, I feel like he got like something, like he might be off a little bit, or he might have thought he knew who I was in some capacity. But the only thing that prevented him from continuing to move closer and closer to me, and eventually getting his ass whooped, is that some girl walked up to him and was like, "Hey, long time no see." And then they started chopping it up, and then another guy came over and started talking to me. And I was like, "Oh, this is weird. Like, why did this?" He just gradually kept moving closer and closer to me. So, yeah, you just gotta keep your eyes peeled, man, because there's some weirdos out there. Just don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man. Yeah, definitely keep your guard up. Have a good heart, but sometimes have a bad one. Yeah. All right. Switching gears. Gluttonous food culture. I've noticed that there's some shit we see online that's just insane. Like I don't know if I mentioned on the pod, but there was somebody that was making a honey bun burger. It was a honey double cheese bacon burger. It just basically had 2 honey buns as the bread.
Yeah.
With 2 big old fat patties with grease on them, cheese and bacon. And I'm like, this is unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had another one they fried.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you earlier there was a fried chicken sandwich that was it was a piece of fried chicken. Oh, it was two what's the company? Krispy Kreme. It was two Krispy Kreme glazed donuts with a piece of fried chicken in the middle, dipped in batter and fried again. Nigga, how you gonna fry chicken twice? And this is like, and people eating it online, like they gotta stop, bro. Americans eat like they have free health care. You got to stop doing that, man. There's nothing wrong with a good meal. Don't get it twisted. I love to eat myself as well. But golly, dog, like this shit is inexcusable. The food just look nasty now. Why is everything like some weird, like crab boil or garlic fries or nacho fries or I don't know. There's no regular food anymore. Motherfuckers want to put all this extra shit up. It's just I don't like it, man.
Yeah, I think this whole, a lot of it is like the size, like we're trying to do like the crazy portions.
That's insane. It's too much.
Like, you know, double patty with the honey bun and the cheese and the bacon. A lot of that stuff is just crazy. I think part of it too is like the stuff with when they're mixing the dessert with the entree is kind of disgusting. Like you putting mixing donuts with bacon and beef patty and all that stuff. That stuff is weird. Like stuff that you only come across when I don't know, you gotta be high or something.
The one that fucks me up is when donut shops make those donuts with bacon crispies on it, and I'm like, that's not really good because that bacon that's a pork product. It shouldn't be sitting under a light all day.
Right.
Like it's a temperature deviated product.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the temperature deviates too much and you eat it, you will have food poisoning.
And how long is it? Because I know they're not monitoring it.
No, they're
Some
not.
of them might be sitting there for like a couple days in a row.
I don't know about a couple days, but I do know a couple hours.
You know, good and well, them donut shops is not swapping every single donut out every day.
They're probably not. But the people that can eat that shit and not get sick, they have a long history and they have like a cast iron stomach. Mm-hmm. So they'll eat it like, ooh, I love those donuts that you made. I told my boyfriend that he should try it. And then your boyfriend eat it and the nigga dead.
They got an unhoused.
Oh, that is like, what's crazy about that? Like the way people talk. That's like the most liberal way to describe a homeless person. Unhoused. What's funny about like liberals and conservatives? They both don't give a fuck about the homeless. They try to act like they both don't give a fuck. Like conservatives want to make it completely illegal for you to be homeless anywhere. They don't even want you to set up a tent. And liberals act like they care about homeless people. But then when I think it was the Chinese guy, a Chinese like president came down.
In the most
liberal city. Where was it at? That was in the Bay.
Yeah, I think it was in San Francisco.
Yeah. It was in a very slummy part of San Francisco, and they cleared all the homeless out that had been pissing and shitting there for years.
Yeah.
They had tents with boo-boo all over the sidewalk. They brought a hazmat team, and apparently the Men in Black came and flashed all the homeless people and got them the fuck out of there. They came there with a thing like, you're not homeless. Get a job.
Gavin Newsom is like Kyle Shanahan. Like, have you ever seen him talk about like situations?
Oh God, the way they talk.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to get this team together, and California's got it. It's like, dude, just spit it out, motherfucker. That little this is the problem with the ums, and it's just giving you more room to think of another lie. It's like its own version of a filibuster. Yeah, don't filibuster me. Just spit it out, man. You see how I'm talking right now? I'm talking like this because I'm speaking from the heart. If I say something that's dumb, then that's just what's on my brain. My brain was dumb in the moment. The bacon donuts gonna fuck you up, man.
Yeah, don't eat no bacon donuts.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't think I've ever tried that. In all my days of trying, experimenting with different stuff, I don't think I've ever tried bacon donuts.
Yeah, I had a bean and cheese. It was bean and cheese burrito from Taco Bell one night, and it was hot. It tasted decent. I was like, oh, it's good. Man, the next day I shot it, man. I swear, I thought it was a regular fart. I was like, and that motherfucker had a friend with him.
And it be little things. I haven't quite figured out what it is because sometimes you'll eat like you said, like a burrito, or you might even go. It may not necessarily be bad. It may just be like a lot of salsa, jalapenos, and stuff, and it'll just clean. It'll just kind of clean you out. But yeah, sometimes I ain't gonna front. Sometimes like I might fart and it'd be like maybe a little bit extra back there.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I'm glad I stopped that fart.
Yeah.
I only got about 75% of fart out.
Yeah.
Before, it would have been some friends hanging with that motherfucker there.
Yeah, I remember one time I was at the school too, and I just it was before the kids came, luckily, and just clenched my cheeks and I walked to the bathroom. Everything was on. Said hi to everybody on the way to the bathroom.
But you got to be careful. You can't really talk because what'll happen is you squeezing your diaphragm. You squeeze it.
It's not your diaphragm.
Is it diaphragm?
Your diaphragm is up here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you're using to squeeze to stop you from shitting on yourself.
Nah, I'm squeezing just the cheeks.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just squeezing the rectum.
Ah, well, you squeeze your gluteus maximus. And if you talk, it's gonna open up and you might shit your pants. So you gotta be very
possible.
Yeah, they'll be like, Mr. Keith, I got a new Game Boy. Oh, that's great, Timmy.
I just finished my homework, Mr. Keith. Mr. Keith.
What was that? Little kids is curious. You can't tell them what really happened. Like, Timmy, I shitted on myself. They're like, Mr. Keith, what was that? I can hear your tummy, Mr. Keith. Have you ever had a fart that wasn't a fart, but it was just your stomach being loud?
Yeah, I've had. There's like an experience that I've had where it's not necessarily my stomach, but it's also not a fart. It's like I don't even know how to. The only way I could describe it is like an internal fart.
Intestines.
Yeah, just your intestines making noise, but it's like your lower, like in the lower part of your body.
There was a TikTok of this girl where her intestines made a noise. She was holding her dog, and her stomach just went like, wow. And then the dog was like,
Because the dog know that's not normal.
yeah, the dog was like, what's wrong with your gut?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
yo, it's what's going viral right now. I don't want to stray off the topic. What's going viral is this I think it's this Japanese creator, and he has this dog, and the dog's name is like Chopin or whatever, right? And he'll bait the dog. Basically, he'll have like some chicken sitting out or whatever, and then he'll feed the dog a piece of chicken, and then give him another little piece of chicken, and then he gonna act like he'll give another one, and then he call his mom like Doma, Taiwa, and then the mom come out there like bad dog like in her language, and the dog be like pissed off like like looking at him but mad at him, and like it's almost like the dog is trying to explain itself to the mom.
Like
It's,
he gave me the chicken.
yeah, it's so fucking hilarious, and the video's going crazy. Like they got like one of them had like 5 million views,
Yeah.
5 million likes.
That's crazy.
That's
But
hilarious.
I mean, that's everybody's sign. Like, if you got something that you think is interesting, record it. You never know. Those type of content or that type of content be changing people's lives. Like they were saying that the demure, the person that was
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to they gender changed
They
or
got the
whatever.
money for it,
Yeah, they make the money from it.
and they got the copyright situation figured out too.
Yeah. See, that's
Very demure, very mindful. This shit gonna be dead next week.
yeah.
That's how it works. Whenever something is super red hot, white hot on the internet, you can expect for it to die off.
Right.
Because if we could literally have a whole podcast off of the things that went viral that nobody ever gives a fuck. You had Lil Terrio, ooh, kill him, that shit died.
Yeah.
You had people planking, standing there looking stupid. You had motherfucking what was that? The mannequin challenge.
Yeah, you gotta be able to leverage that stuff. It comes and goes.
Oh.
And a lot of it is the challenges is the challenges, but you know, the people that actually go viral, they can actually capitalize off of it. A lot of times with brand deals and a lot of like influencer type deals. But yeah, it's just a challenge, then yeah, good luck with that. It's very short lived, sure.
Yeah. I think that it would be crazy if somebody created an account and it'd be like it'll be like social media trends like outdated or whatever. Like basically they're acting like the trend is brand new, but they're like bringing it back. Like it's like they're late to it. And if you do like the "In My Feelings," the Drake, where people dancing next to their car, I'm like, the amount of people that did that shit is just wild.
Do you remember the Dan Daniel?
Yeah, damn, Daniel, look at those Vans. He had like a deal with Vans.
Yeah, basically, like I don't know if it was for a lifetime or a year, but he had a bunch, like an unlimited deal. Yeah, I heard there was a situation with him where I forget. There's a term for it, but basically, and I don't know exactly what happened. I'm kind of like freestyling here, but basically, it was a situation where he got into some trouble, or somebody used his name to call the police. It was just something weird like that, where like law enforcement got involved or something. And I think he kind of stepped away from the limelight a little bit. He was trying to go back and live a normal life. But I mean, that was gonna happen anyways. It wasn't like he was gonna be famous for the rest of his life. But yeah, that's sometimes it be like that. Like you hit a lick, off of a little random video, and then next thing you know, you're famous, and then next thing you know, somebody trying to take advantage of that notoriety.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but in regards to the gluttonous food, man, we gotta cut it the fuck out. Just cut it out, man. Please chill with it. Oh, what was the one I told you? Oh, the snake. This dude had a snake burger. Motherfucker had a beef patty with, I think it had like applewood bacon, cheese. It had fried snake in that motherfucker, and it was in between two donuts. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Like this is what a slow death looks like.
Yeah.
It's like, look at what's up, y'all. Hey man, we out here, man. I'm making right now maybe a snake burger. You feel me? You got a snake burger right now, man. Put it in my fry, man. This one nigga went and grilled a snake. It was, and by snake I mean massive. I think I shared it with you, I believe. It was a massive snake that he barbecued, and then this nigga fried it. A barbecue fried snake. Why?
That is crazy.
Why? I think what's funny is the same people that be talking about like, my Lord, I love my God. Like gluttony is also a sin, man. If you out here eating donuts and like a donut wrap burrito and Cheetos, and you putting hot Cheetos on the. What kills me is the people that's eating burritos and they're taking like you ever see where they make a burrito and they put like crushed hot Cheetos and they fry it? Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah, people be doing something. I seen there's this this person that I seen where I'm not gonna specifically describe it because I don't want people that I'm talking about them. But basically they're doing something that you would deem as healthy, eating a salad or something like that, and then they just put all the like nonsense on top of it, and it's like it's not as healthy as it was. You know what I mean?
Putting nacho cheese on the salad is fucking crazy. What the fuck are you doing, man? Let's stop, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the worst one. This is what Americans do all the time. They'll say like, oh, I'm having a crispy chicken salad. You're like, that's not crisp, nigga. It's fried.
Yeah.
You eating fried chicken, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, stop, bro. Just stop. Yeah. It's not crispy. It's fried.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You got to know what you're doing.
I found the article I was talking about. So it's called swatting. So it says a teenager who filmed the viral Daniel video and posted the clip on Twitter was a victim of a bogus emergency call that prompted police to swarm his family's Riverside home. Police responded around 1 a.m. Tuesday after they received reports that someone at the residence on Hamilton Drive had shot their mom with an AK-47.
Oh, wow.
The person called Riverside Police Department dispatch center and used some kind of voice modification device and reported that he had shot his mother. Riverside Police Lieutenant Kevin Townsend said the family cooperated with authorities at the point police searched the home, cleared the scene, and determined it was a false report. Swatting refers to a prank in which someone convinces authorities to dispatch an emergency response for a fake incident.
short week. I just started my vacation. It's a little bit hot, but we're still devoted to our listeners, and we will be back. Okay? So, if you made it to the end of this episode, we genuinely appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Thieves.
We are out of here.
Peace.
Wasn't even a point to go to that last topic. This is getting too uncomfortable, man. Your bald head just sweating, man.
That nigga Drake got a weird relationship with him.
What happened now?
He be posting pictures of him.
Oh, I see with his hands like together. I seen that, but that was a minute ago. He posted somebody else too. I was like, what the fuck? He posted Duke Dennis. Drake just too old to be acting like that, man. That's what I seen. The little, yeah, a bunch of cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Not against it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I guess they took him to school.
Like, man, like, how much of this is because you like? What is it? Like? What's that kid gonna learn from that?
Right.
You gonna just lick somebody else's shoe and they gonna don't don't. What's going on? Julian Newman seeing why his sister is trending. What happened? Probably a porno or something. positive is perpetuating a certain thing. You guys are grandstanding and doing something positive for social media. When in actuality, it's like all of this shit is not great. It's setting a kind of a bad example. Like I just said on the pod, it's not setting the greatest example because when you turn 30, ain't nobody gonna stop bullying for your ass. You only getting that empathy because you're a kid. Once you're a man, ain't nobody gonna stand up for you no more. They need to start having a fight back policy. Like, hey, have you fought this kid back? Make sure you defend yourself. That but anybody gonna say that because we can't talk about violence. So, man, okay, then keep letting your kid get their ass beat. Just think they shot higher than one. Shut up. You don't get to turn off when you receive male attention. That's just ignorant. She's like, man, if the dude was handsome, you wouldn't be saying it. It's just the truth of the matter is women are selective, just like anyone else. If a dude is what they like, and he be like, damn, they'll be like, you're funny, stop. But when it's a nigga they're not attracted to, they're gonna pull this. So shut the fuck up. I bet you if I click on her page, she's an attractive woman. Light skin, hair. If I click on it, I guarantee her booty is out. Watch. 85 million people? Like, that's crazy. Titties out, titties out, titties out. Titties hanging out. Dude. personality is seeking male attention. You can't just a. I think when people do this, they know who they are. It's just for more attention. And you got an OnlyFans. Come on,
She
man.
got OnlyFans.
Yeah, I just clicked on there. It says Winter Blanco sex toy giveaway, Patreon exclusive, a podcast, and exclusive content. Oh my god.